I have my vision too. I have my vision too.
Okay, great. Anyway, so it's really important that we work as fast as possible to accelerate sustainable transport. The sooner it happens, the sooner, the less environmental damage that will occur, and the world will be in a far better situation. So that's what we're trying to do at Tesla. So that's really the goal. That's why we put so much time and effort into trying to grow the company. I can also say that every time somebody buys a Model S, they're helping pay for the mass market, lower cost car in the future. So every bit of money that we make, we don't issue dividends. We don't have high salaries. My salary is $1 a year. I spend it well though. And
I have no shares.
I do have shares. But I don't sell them.
Yeah. How long?
In fact, I promised that I will be the last one to sell shares.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's what I will do. No dilution.
Yeah, Captain should go down with the ship. Hopefully it's... Wait a second.
No. Give the shares to the...
Captain should be the last one to comfortably exit the ship. But in terms of revenue that we make, all of it goes into development of our next generation product. So it's really going into development of the Model X, and then our third generation sort of mass market car, which will be smaller than the Model S, not as many features, but about half the price, and that's a much more accessible.
What does it mean, and not as many features? Because there are too many conventional features now in the Model S. So that you mean the electrical features, battery distance, such things?
I mean more like say in some of the we have some relatively expensive fit and finish features in the car, and we've got 2 screens. Or maybe we go to one screen or something like that. So there'll be a few things like where it's not quite as fully featured as the Model S. But think of it like maybe the Model S is similar to maybe like a BMW sort of M5 or 6, and this is more like a BMW 3 Series. That is what I'm talking about.
My question was on range. Is there any the major argument for the Tesla is the range?
Yes.
And this, I think, is a very impressive feature. And
yes.
Do you think this will be transported in the affordable car?
Yes, absolutely. So the affordable car I'm talking about will have a range of at least 300 kilometers.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Maybe closer to 320, and with options to go higher than that.
We're going to buy one.
Yeah. Okay, great. But it is important that people buy the Model S because that's really what...
We bought the Model S.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right.
When do we see the first prototype of the Gen 3?
Yeah, I think the first prototype of the Gen 3 probably about a year from now. So I'd say 12 to 18 months when we'll show that. Yeah, absolutely. So my best guess is first quarter of 2015. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, so...
But behind the curtain, it's already there, I think.
No. We have some... right now, the third generation car is just sketches. So we're just looking at sketches, and we're finalizing the clay model, the detailed clay model of the Model X. So it's just getting the final refinements on the design of the Model X, but we're only at sort of the sketch position for the third gen car. And we'll move to clay model in maybe the middle of next year, and then a prototype about 6 months after that.
Yeah, Elon, hi. Here in the middle, small guy, over here. So, hi, my name is Mario. I'm from AOTY. I've just a question regarding what you said when you started your speech. You find Germany as the most important market in the world. Probably you do this in every country you are. Probably it's true in Germany. Probably, I don't know.
Well, to be precise, what I'm saying is our top focus in the world right now is Germany.
That's good. Yeah. Because I live here, so I'm a shareholder and I like your car.
Thank you.
But it's very hard to get one. So what numbers do you focus on? Like numbers per year.
Oh,
in Germany.
Yeah, we are. You're saying if the waiting list is long to order the car?
I noticed that. Yeah.
We're working on changing that very quickly. So the waiting list, we really don't want the waiting list long term to be longer than about 4 weeks. Really? Okay.
Wie lange wartet ihr schon?
Well, have they given you a delivery date?
Seit August, was jetzt mit Kreisen die erste Auslieferung. Wann habt ihr bestellt? 2 Jahre? Nein?
Vor 2 Jahren
Okay.
Anzahlung.
Alright, well, if they say it's coming next month, that's pretty likely. Yeah. The first order of business is we had to complete production of the car, and then we had to complete the European homologation and get all of that figured out, ramp up our production, and the third quarter of this year was the first time that we were even shipping to Europe at all, and those shipments will increase quite a bit in fourth quarter. And if you haven't received your car, I bet a number of people here will be receiving their car in the next few months, and then there's going to be a much more significant ramp up in the first quarter of next year. Long term, or basically by the end of next year, I'm anticipating that there'll be at least 200, maybe as many as 300 cars per week going to Germany.
So you mix your production.
Pardon me?
You mix your production. It doesn't matter what Fremont the cars that Fremont goes to. One day they go to China. When they go to Europe, and when they go to USA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for any given market, there are different regulatory requirements. So we have to make sure that we meet the regulations for every market and that the car is reasonably customized to each market. In the case of Europe, we met the EU standard, but that was only basically in July. And then we started shipping right after that, and then the cars took about a month to arrive. So that hence the delay on that front. But like I said, I think we'll see about 200 cars a week in Germany, maybe going to 300 cars a week over time. That's per capita, that's considerably higher than in the US. Because in the US we do about 400 cars a week. And so I'm saying we probably do half the volume of the US here. And but Germany is only about, I think, maybe a little more, like 30% of the population of the US, maybe a little less than 30%. So I think Germany will be disproportionate to the US in the cars that are sold. So we're making a big bet, essentially, and we're going to make the investment, and hopefully it pays off. I think it will.
I would like to ask something about the superchargers. Over here, even smaller. I'm a very happy shareholder. I bought at 38 and it paid $38 a share, and I paid for my Model S. So I'm very excited. I wanted to know a little bit more about the superchargers. Can you already tell us some of the locations? And also, one interest I have is at 134 kilowatts, you said, I think. How much of it can you actually generate from solar energy in a cloudy market like Germany?
Sure. So we're actually going to put out a press release on Thursday that has the specific locations of the first 6, and then shows the rough game plan for the remaining next year and a half until Germany's superchargers that cover all of Germany And in fact, by the end of next year, we expect to cover almost all of Western Europe. So you'll be able to go from Berlin to Lisbon,
Also
Berlin
with
to
60
Madrid.
Also with 60 kilowatt hours?
With the 60 kilowatt hours tank? Yeah, we should be close
Yeah,
enough.
it's too small because I use it for commuting.
Yeah.
That's the general purpose of the electric car. But sometimes I want to be sure that the superchargers will manage my 130 speed, let's say like this in kilometers, not in miles.
You'll be able to travel between the superchargers with the 60 kilowatt hour car, but in some cases you'll have to watch what top speed you go.
Yeah.
So you might have to, in some cases, curtail the top speed, but it should be manageable in a 60.
I didn't ask for the Autobahn performance.
Okay.
I told you you're offering.
Right.
I'm afraid the shocks will go.
On your left.
I would.
In the back.
I want to speak up for all the families who buy your cars. We don't only need superchargers, but we need playgrounds for half an hour for the
That's a good point. We'll think of like where the, in terms of where we put the locations to favor where there's some playgrounds or something fun for the kids to do.
And we don't eat at McDonald's.
Well, the pictures I've seen of the highway rest stops that we're staying at, I didn't see any McDonald's there.
Well, I've been to Shepard and there is some kind of McDonald's right next to
Oh,
the
there is?
thing, and it isn't a very nice place to go.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't want your 5 children playing there,
Okay.
eating there.
Okay.
I don't want to have mine there.
Okay. I'll make sure the supercharger team takes that into account. Thanks. There's this speaking back there.
So, first of all, I work in a related environment to fuel cell, and you're absolutely right. First question, just to go hyper eco-green, at what level of solar cell efficiency would you consider covering a car in solar cells? And the second question, investment in Germany, does this mean also development, engineering, and so on?
Sure. Good question. So,
Because I need a job.
sure. So the, I think the tricky thing with solar panels is putting them on a car is that the car is often covered by, it's in a garage or it's under a tree or something like that, or it's not at the optimal sun angle. So the most efficient place to put solar panels is actually something stationary. So better to put them on a house or a garage top or a top parking structure, that kind of thing. And I should mention that all of our supercharger stations will have solar panels. And I think many of you may know this, but the Tesla model is that the supercharger stations are always free. So once you buy a Tesla Model S, the use of the supercharger station is free forever.
Hello from you.
Hi, Alan.
And then because there will be long-term solar panels over all the charge stations, where we set it up so that over the course of the year, the solar panels will generate more electricity than the cars consume at the charge stations, because they're generating all the time, and most of the time the charge stations are not full. The target is to generate more electricity through the course of the year than the cars consume for long-distance travel. So the basic message is that you'll be able to drive for free forever on pure sunlight.
I met first time 2.5 years ago in Milan.
Fragen wir, ob das auch für Roadster gilt.
Very big discussion about three-phase charging for the roadster and of course for the Model S. I must say now I'm a proud Model S owner of the first here.